So Olivier, as the cell and gene industry has grown in more recent times, more and more people are moving into the sector from, say, small molecules and biotech. What would be your top 3 tips for those people that are moving into that particular therapeutic area?
So I think the first tip is to be prepared for fast evolving field where you need to read a lot of publications. You need to be up to date on a lot of guidelines because the field is changing very fast. You need to be able to adapt the most recent technical improvements or scientific discoveries to your program so that you can really have the program at the level of achievement that is possible at a given time. And with this very fast evolution, I think the first tip is really to be able to be up to date. I think the second is to be able to be ready for the complexity of the products that has to be, the product have to be characterized in details, and they are much more complex than proteins or small molecules. And the characterization is key to define and to qualify the product you are producing. So I think the second tip is really to be ready to characterize complex products and to be ready to find a way to assess both the identity, the purity, and the potency of those new therapeutic modalities. The third tip, I think, is to be able to think a little bit differently for development. So the classical PK, PD, maybe a little bit different in cell therapy, for example. So you may have to come with a real assessment based on a risk-based analysis. For example, when you go toward a clinical trial, you need really to think all the time about the optimizing the risk-benefit ratio. But sometimes it's difficult to have the classical, I would say, recipe that was used for small molecules. And even if that could be a challenge, I think the tip is really to be ready for new ways to develop pharmaceutical products. So yeah, I think those 3 tips can really be helpful for new commerce in the field of gene and cell therapies.